Was I supposed to do an intro?
This is the intro now.
Okay. Well, welcome back. In the last episode, we were talking about hate comments, and I was saying how everyone is just a puss when it comes. No, but I was saying that there's only really one type of hate comment that gets to me, and it only gets to me because it's just factually incorrect. And there are comments that, like, basically the idea is that someone comes up with an assumption and then makes an entire argument based off of that.
Yeah.
And Mabini brought up the science example, which is probably the best example I have. Because people have said all kinds of crazy comments to me, you know, insulted me in all kinds of different colourful ways, you know, and I just roll my eyes and go, yeah, whatever. Basically what happened is I made a video, and somehow someone got the idea that I was anti-science through that video. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And it pissed them off. They were like, you are anti-science? Let me tell you this. And he puts like 3 paragraphs of all these disputes and rebuttals and like why I shouldn't be anti-science and why it's bad to be anti-science and like all this evidence, you know, as to why I shouldn't be. And I'm just like, but I'm not even anti-science, you know? In fact, if anything, it's the complete opposite. I'm extremely pro-science,
Yeah.
and it bothers me just because it's like you based that off of nothing. You came up with an idea and then just made an argument about it, right? And it's just like, I'm not even mad that you made an argument. I'm mad that you just didn't, you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what annoys me. If I said I'm pro-science and then a person was like, this is why you should be anti-science, I'd be like, okay, I get it, you're an idiot, but, you know, at least you're basing it on an actual thing. Another situation was the Sniper versus Spy update videos. I split them into 2, which I realize was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. You know, we live and learn. Making sequels and 2-parters is not the best idea. Someone said that the reason that I split it up into 2 episodes is because I was money hungry, and I was just doing it to get more money. Because I'm greedy. If I was actually making money off those videos, I'd be like, all right, fair, you know. It's not true still, but I can see what, like, that's a reasonable slander. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, dude, I'm not even making, like, when I made those videos, I made nothing.
Yeah.
I was just like, it annoyed me because he got that first fact wrong.
Yeah.
And those are the only comments that actually get to me.
And you also said that, like, if you wanted to, you could put, like, you explain like the ad system to me, or the way you can place ads or something.
You can place as many damn ads in a video as you want, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I get maybe it was something like that, because like, oh, it's got a couple of ads in it. It's like, yeah, well, I could place more if I really wanted to just make money out of it.
I try not to place mid-rolls. I only place mid-rolls in a video that I think is actually lengthy. Somewhere between half an hour to an hour usually.
Okay.
But then you have other YouTubers who have 10-minute long videos and they have 15 mid-rolls.
Yeah.
I try and make it like semi-reasonable.
Yeah.
But like if I have a 10-minute video, I'm not putting a mid-roll ad in that at all. No way.
I don't notice because I got premium, so I don't.
So do I.
It's like ever since I got premium, I don't notice. And the reason that I have premium, like one of the big reasons,
It's because of ads.
not so much because of the ads, but like because one of my favorite Formula One YouTubers is TM and Marduk, and I said it right this time, and
23.
yes, I'd watch him, and then I'd have all these ads coming through it, and I'm thinking, I've got a job, why don't I just get premium? And then the bit that made me actually get premium was music. Google Play Music had changed and stuff like that, and I didn't like Spotify that much, and I wanted to have like a streaming service that was something that I wanted to use. And I was like, well, YouTube got one, and I know YouTube very well. I've been using it for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll use YouTube Music. And so, but I thought, can I get premium? Because I think I read that premium have got YouTube Music in it as well. So you pay the extra $3 a month, and you get premium, you get music, you get everything you want. And so that's why I've got premium. I don't notice the money drain at the moment. So
I don't utilize the music part, but I love not having ads.
Yeah.
And I'll admit I've gotten way too used to it. Every now and then I'll be on like another like a friend's account, like showing me a YouTube video or something, and I'll be like, how do you
Yeah.
stand these ads?
Yeah, I noticed that when I'm like when watching YouTube on TV or something, and someone doesn't have an account or something,
Mm.
and I think they've asked me before. They're like, "Can you log in on your account so that we don't have to watch all these damn ads?"
Dude, I do that.
and I'm like, "You're not even pressing the skip ad button properly anyway."
I'm the one to suggest it. I'm like, oh man, can we go to my YouTube channel page?
Yeah.
I hate ads so much.
Yeah.
Which, I gotta say, and this is not me being a sellout YouTuber.
Yeah.
Seriously, great investment. I was really like apprehensive about it at first, but when I got it, I'm like, this is actually amazing.
It didn't used to be worth it when YouTube Red first came out.
Mm.
I had it when it first came out because there were a couple of good shows on it. There was Gigi Gorgeous and Vlogumentary. And then Game Grumps did their one good game.
Oh yeah.
That was awful. And
Your opinion on that has slowly gotten worse. With the years, I've noticed.
yeah, maybe it was more marketed towards the Netflix style, trying to make their own YouTube original stuff. But now it's less about that. Now it's more about there's no ads. You get YouTube Music,
I'll
stuff
admit,
like that.
I have not looked. Even though I have YouTube Premium, I don't. I have not looked at any YouTube original stuff.
No, neither have I.
I've actually seen. I've
Like,
seen it
I'm
recommended
vaguely
to
aware
me,
that
though.
there is some, but I don't watch it.
He's doing it's recommending me the Game Theory Game Labs episode 1 of like
Really?
one. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's-
forgot about that.
It's got
Oh,
like 175
and then there
million views. I'm like, oh my god.
there was PewDiePie's
Scared PewDiePie.
Scare PewDiePie.
We'll
That got cancelled for season 2 because of his Hitler stuff.
yeah, I don't know. I think the idea behind those premium series was good. The concept is good, but also bad. And I'll tell you why. I think we discussed it around the time that was happening.
Yeah.
What was happening, I think, is that YouTube was going, hey, big creator,
Yeah.
here's some money, make a show. And then they're like,
Oh yeah, there was like this
Okay.
one about shoes or something, and I'm like, what the hell?
well, that's the thing. That like, it wasn't creators who could actually use the
Yeah.
money. It was just big creators, and they're like,
the very first batch
Mm.
of YouTube Red stuff, like I said, Vlogumentary, Gigi Gorgeous. I remember them so well because, well, I remember the Gigi Gorgeous one because of, like, it's a huge, like, it's Gigi Gorgeous going from Greg to Gigi. It's a big transformation for them, and it follows a YouTube career and all of the stuff they've gone through.
okay,
And I'm like, I'm really glad I watched this. This is like really insightful. Vlogumentary is about like vlogger YouTubers, and so like the vlogging families and stuff like that. And so I remember watching that. I don't remember a lot about it. The very first stuff to come out for YouTube Red was good, and then after that, like you said, big creator, make this, and then they half-ass it.
I think I mean, like, I can't. You can't necessarily say, hey, you know,
Yeah.
just give the creators who, like, because obviously you can't just throw money at anyone. But I do think that it would have been like, I just feel like the biggest creators aren't necessarily going to be the most
There was
creative.
probably also a time, like they wanted it done in a certain time, so like they couldn't just think about it. They had to come up with they needed an answer in a week.
Yeah, I mean,
And so stuff
I
like
just
that.
think that there are creators out there who could really have utilized it
Yeah.
and made fucking masterpieces, but they weren't the people getting the money or the opportunity.
Yeah, I think and I think the biggest mistake with the Game Grumps one was
It
like
has nothing to do with the
cause-
Game Grumps.
Well, yeah, exactly. iBurgie Burgie, they made that, and I thought that was so good. They could have made, just make iBurgie Burgie, 10 episodes of iBurgie Burgie. That's what they should have
I
done.
don't even know what that is, to be honest.
You don't remember that?
I mean, I know what iBurgie Burgie means. I
Yeah.
love Burgie, except it's Burgie and then Burgie.
But they made like a little show thing for it.
Is that where they're in like a house and
yeah, in
they
a
were,
house?
Like, there were characters as well.
yeah, it was they're like sitcom where Burgie's the
Yeah.
main character.
No, I do remember that actually.
And Danny's like the rebellious teenager or
Yes,
something.
I remember he's in like the door frame.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it was actually related to the Game Grumps rather than just a completely
Yeah.
random
it's
show.
because they
that's
wanted Dan
just-
Harmon in it, and he kind of half-assed it. I guess I don't know what happened, but it was a disaster.
I don't think Dan Harmon really wanted to make it either, to be
No,
honest.
they probably paid him a shit
Dan
ton of money to
Harmon
do
strikes
it.
me as the kind of creator who's very much a one for you, one for me kind of creator, who is like, all right, I'll make this thing so I can like get money and stuff to make something I actually want to make.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of vibe I get from,
from Good Game.
yeah.
People I
well,
felt sorry for in that production are the writers.
I don't think the writing was very good.
Yeah, well, exactly. And then like Game Grumps had them on as for guest grumps,
Oh, really?
and I'm thinking these girls are great. What the fuck happened to Good Game?
I mean, it's not the worst
That's
show.
kind of
It's
it.
not the worst show.
It's
in
not the
world.
worst, but it's not like good. It's probably because of the Game Grumps type. I made it a massive disappointment.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think to myself, like, what you want, what YouTube Red should have been.
Yeah.
And I don't know if what they're still doing these days, if they're even bothering.
Yeah.
Really, what you want is like for maybe a YouTuber to pitch to YouTube and be like, "Here's my idea for
that you have to apply.
yeah, here's my original idea for a show. I'm going to apply it, and then they can decide if they want to greenlight it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like any company,
Like
or,
Steam. Like a company goes, hey, or maybe Steam's a bad example these days.
that's a video game thing. I'm
No,
talking about,
no, but I mean it's the same sort of idea. You go to the publisher and you say, I need the money to make this thing. I've got the idea.
Sure. I mean, that occurs in all TV as well.
Yeah,
What you do, like for instance, animation, because that's the thing I know most about,
yeah,
is you make a pilot or get a little bit of money and then you pitch it to the
Let's,
studio and then they're like, okay, we like it, and the pilot did well or whatever.
Game
we'll
of Thrones did that as well.
produce it.
Yeah,
Every show's had a pilot.
Yeah, they shop it around, try and find a network who wants to back it. Well, wasn't Game of Thrones like they wanted like a normal network and they found one that was sort of was sort of left field for them to, and that ended up being like the right one to go. Is that right?
I've never seen Game of Thrones. I can't say.
Oh.
If Ralph mentioned it in one of his videos, then maybe I know, but I also don't know. What I can say is shows like Adventure Time, for instance, have pitched around a lot, and like no one would take it except for Cartoon Network, and it became a massively popular show. And you get stories like that all the time.
I'm thinking of something on Adult Swim.
Rick and Morty, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That Rick and Morty probably was pitched to adults.
Family Guy went on Fox, I think. Like when it went on like a normal network at first, and then later, like they almost got they did get cancelled, and they had to find a new network to keep the show running, even though it was very popular. The network didn't want to keep them. So they had to find a new network. So there was like a big drama, like Family Guy's about to die if we don't find a network that can back this show and keep us running. I've seen so. I used to see
sometimes
so much of that.
you know what? Speaking of seeing things in the same channel, there was a period of time where it was just a whole bunch of Family Guy clips, and recommendations. And I'm
Yeah.
I'll admit though, I also joined that because of like that is exactly going way back to the beginning of this recording session, where I was talking about I don't want to click on stuff because I don't want to be recommended shit.
Yeah.
I don't watch Family Guy clips on my channel, but if you've already started watching on yours, well, or on the same one rather, maybe I'll indulge in a couple.
Maybe I'll watch a few ADHD and.
We can absolutely
infant.
destroy the recommendations for the same industry's channel.
Yes.
I was kind of thinking that when I make all my videos and I like schedule them throughout the next year, I might just like avoid that channel altogether and just like hang out on my other channel, watching stuff so I don't have to look at comments or anything.
Well, sometimes I go to like you got your brand accounts and then you've got your core account.
Yeah.
And like because you have to watch movies that you bought on your core account, you can't watch them on your brand account.
Yeah.
I go to my core account for Supercars Mabini because for some reason I bought Venom on it or I bought something on it, and I was like, oh, look at the recommendations on that. That's from a while ago. The last time that I watched videos on this account. I always go to the Mabini Games one because that one's got premium.
My main channel is currently also my main channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I spend too much time on there. Sometimes what I like to do is I don't like to read comments and see how a video's doing until like a couple days after it's out.
Yeah.
So I'll either completely avoid just like looking at things or like whatever. But sometimes I go too far and I just kind of forget. So after I uploaded Him Spin,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll look at it in a couple of days, and then I just didn't.
Yeah.
I looked at it again recently when I uploaded Kostotsky Chris,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta read these comments and stuff. I don't want to see how a video is doing immediately after. I'd rather give it time,
Yeah.
because I don't want to like immediately think, well, this video's not doing well, I regret everything. That's why I want to make all these videos
Yeah.
at once and
Yeah.
then upload them, so it's like, well, I'm not chickening out, and if they all fail in the end, you can't at least say that I didn't give it a good try.
Yeah. Give it the old college try.
Yeah.
I went to a rock concert at the start of the month
Mm-hmm.
and saw the Super Jesus live at the Gov. My hearing when I left was sort of very faint and very like kind of blocked for a while. And sometimes my left ear has like slight ringing in it. So
Good.
might want to get that checked at some point. Bash that bee with the cactus.
Don't bash him, Dad. Fuck you. God damn it. No.
Next time.
Next time on Diff.